Meat City, baby.
Hello and welcome back to Meat City Gaming. JD here with another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. And today we are covering light-side Geonosis territory battles, the Phase 4 combat mission in which you fight the Nexu. This is a very difficult mission, one of the toughest missions in all of light-side Geo territory battles, and up until recently, really difficult to beat without super high relic characters. Now we had two additions to the game pretty recently that are going to drastically help make this fight easier. And of course I'm talking about Galactic Legend Kenobi, Master Kenobi, and Commander Ahsoka Tano, Cat. So both of them are eligible for this mission because you need to use Galactic Republic characters. They have to be really high galactic power, I think 23,000, they have to be 7 stars, all that. And 3 of the 5 spots on your roster are locked to specific members of that Galactic Republic faction. You have to use Padme, you have to use Jedi Knight Anakin, and you have to use General Kenobi, old school Kenobi. And then you have 2 spots left. So I recently got my Commander Ahsoka Tano geared up sufficiently enough that I thought I could give this a shot. I did unlock her after the 3rd conquest, so she was ready to go, but because I was nowhere close to General Kenobi, I didn't have her geared up for the 1st or 2nd, I think, territory battles that came out after I had her unlocked. So this was my first chance to use her in this mission, and I was pretty excited to do so. I did a little bit of research leading up to the mission, trying to figure out some of the mechanics of the fight, but I was really expecting this to be, you know, kind of a learning experience. I was going to get wiped, and then I would figure out what went wrong and kind of build iteratively for the next time and, you know, increase my gear as I went along. So in this fight, my Commander Ahsoka Tano is Relic 0. I got her to gear 13, and that was it. I didn't take her any farther. Again, I don't have Galactic Legend Kenobi, so there's no rush to like max her out all of a sudden because I don't have the pair for her yet. So this, again, low expectations going into this. My Padme isn't very high as well, and so I thought, give it a shot, see how things go. And completely blown away. I'm not going to bury the lead here. This worked. I got through the mission, and I did remod my characters, but I didn't create new mod loadouts. There are resources out there that are available that tell you, you know, specific ways to mod your team, and they're kind of weird for this mission. It's like, make Kenobi have high offense or crit damage or something instead of, you know, your tank having high defense and high health and protection. It's like go for attack, go for all offense, which is kind of crazy. So I didn't even go that far. I did take my best mod sets off of my best characters and move them over to an appropriate character. So my Jedi Knight Revan mods, which are my fastest mod set, right? Those came over to one character. My Darth Revan, my Jedi Master Luke Skywalker, my Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker, right? So those mods all moved over as full sets onto characters. So I did some remodding, but it wasn't an arduous task. And again, thinking I wasn't going to clear this, that would be room to improve, to tweak the mods and to get them set up for future runs. But it wasn't necessary. Again, this was a successful run, and it was a little close, kind of close. I lost a couple characters, but in the end, I got through it, and it wasn't really a nail biter. So I was super stoked, but I do want to say this is a little bit less of a, you know, detailed step-by-step walkthrough, a how-to video, and more of a proof of concept. Like, this worked. I have Cat at Relic 0. I have Padme at, I'm not sure what she is. I have to look, Relic 1 or Relic 2 maybe, in the video, and we got through it, and we got it complete. And so there's only room to grow and improve from there. So if you have these characters at high relics, then this should be very easy and very doable. So let's get into the battle now and see how this works out. So at the start of the battle, I did slow the speed down a little bit. Again, I just wanted to kind of see what was going on here, how these turns worked out, so I could get a feel for the battle rather than the 4X and things are flying and I'm not really getting an understanding. And the enemy team is super fast. I think they got at least 4 or 5 turns before I got to go. And then they've got those B1 battle droids, so they kind of assist in there, so there's extra bonus attacks going off like crazy. But you survive the first wave, and I think Kat has a good contribution to that role. She makes the rest of your team much stronger. And then the first target of opportunity is, of course, the B2, because if you start hitting other things, you're going to be generating a whole bunch of turn meter, and he's going to be wiping your buffs, and things are going to go poorly. So I took the B2 out first, and then after that, the rest of it is avoiding Spy, right? Spy can one-shot a character if he gets off a big crit from one of his like stealth strike attacks. So you don't want him to take somebody out. But other than that, you kind of want to stall and slow a little bit, because the big goal here is to get Kat's damage ramped up for her Force Leap, which you're saving for the Nexu, for Wave 2 of this battle. So she starts with Shien, and you put it on the other Ahsoka Tano, like Jedi Padawan Ahsoka Tano, because she will assist every time a special ability gets used by one of the Galactic Republic allies. So she will assist a lot. But again, be careful. Do you use Kenobi's mass assist call? That will build up the Shien charges for the Force Leap, but it might also wipe these guys out a little bit too quickly in Wave 1 when you want to stall a little bit. So that's kind of the nuance that I haven't figured out yet. You want to do this dance of build up the charges, call in Padawan Ahsoka Tano as often as you can to build up the damage for Force Leap, but you also want to make sure that you've got your heavy hits, your specials, ready to go when you go into the Nexu wave, right? You want Padme's call to assist. You want Kenobi's call to assist. You certainly want Force Leap ready to go. So there's this balance of, burn down some of the early targets quickly, get the B2 down, get the Spy down, and then slow down, pull back, make sure you've got your cooldowns, get those assists in when you can. And as you can see here, we make it into the second wave of the Nexu, and we're ready to roll. Everybody's got full health, a little bit of protection around there. I go with Anakin's AoE first to give everybody offense up. Again, we want to burn down that offense, and then we call in Ahsoka Tano, or she goes off with her Force Leap. Big damage, but we didn't even get the Nexu into the yellow. He got to about 75% health after that first Force Leap, and I kind of thought I was done there. I was surprised the damage was low, and because I didn't do so much with that big first hit, I thought the run was going to fall apart pretty quickly. There's a decision there. Again, I haven't figured out the right way to do it yet, but on that first turn with Kat, I could have reapplied Shien to Padawan Ahsoka and then kept building up the charges to make that hit harder. And would that have been right? I don't know, because the way it works out, at the end of the battle, the way it ends, Kat gets a second Force Leap, and that final strike is what finishes off the Nexu. So if I delayed that for too long, I might not have gotten to get the cooldowns reduced for the second Force Leap, and maybe I got stuck, so I'm not sure. As you can see, Padawan Ahsoka got focused down very quickly, so if I had put Shien on her and she got wiped out, that could have been a way that the run fell apart. As it was, I lose Padawan Ahsoka, then I lost Padme, and then I put the Shien onto General Kenobi, and he got maybe one assist in there, maybe two, but that was enough. Then the second Force Leap comes up, and after a couple of swarm attacks, that Force Leap was enough to finish the fight. And it was really surprising, but it was awesome. I mean, that was great. So I was super pumped to see that worked. Definitely some refinement there. And feel free to tell me if you are a pro at this, if you know how to do this with these characters, if you see mistakes that I made, tweaks, things that I talked about but I didn't quite have the strategy worked out. Feel free to let me know in the comments. I am going to be trying to refine this, trying to turn this into what I've done for the Cam Shard battle, right? I have that one down to a science. I know the impact of every ability on every turn, and I may get it wrong sometimes, but most of the time I get it right, and I know why I'm getting it right. And that was not the case here. I was kind of pushing buttons. I had a general loose strategy, but I definitely didn't have a taste for the nuance. So I'm interested to hear that. I'm interested to see what you guys think I can do to make that even better. But if you're wondering, proof of concept, yes, Relic 0 Kat is enough to carry this team through the Nexu fight without General Kenobi, or without Master Kenobi, the Galactic Legend. Save him for somewhere else. You certainly don't need him for this if you can get through it with a Relic 0 Kat. So that's going to wrap up the video. Thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you next time.